Yeah, I'm not submissive at all. Like, and I think that has like negatively impact like my ability to have relationships with men because I'm super headstrong like my mom. So it's like I think my mom has the ability to be submissive, but me seeing her just be that nigga for real in every relationship, it's kind of like I feel like that. Like I'm that nigga in every relationship, and you gotta let a man be a man and let a man be a leader. But it's just like I want to be the leader. I want to be the person that's like in every work. So I'm really trying to learn that as well, like to just bring that shit down. Cause like,
is that are those some of the things you talk about with your therapist? Like how to what do they call it? I don't want to say. I guess use the word submissive. Is that like how to be submissive to a man? Like
no,
is that you don't talk about that kind of stuff with your therapist?
no.
Where,
We work on other things.
okay. All right, well, let me pivot real quick. But staying on the same topic, I know, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this information is true, but your dad passed away, right?
Yeah, he was murdered.
Yeah, you rapped about it. You rapped about it like it was like how many years ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
In that record, how did that impact you growing up?
It's just like it's like sad, but it's like the typical story, especially coming from Detroit. It's like not a lot of like to have two parents in one house, especially still together. It's crazy. It's like what? You got a daddy and a mama? Like that's crazy. Like you know, to other races, it'd be like something real traumatic for them when their parents split apart. But to us, that's like normal.
Thing,
Like it's actually like, wow, your parents are together. Like that's really sad. But when my father passed away, it's just kind of like another story. Like it's just like everybody's story though, especially we're in black communities, but especially from Detroit.
Yeah, real quick, hearing you say about you not being submissive to men, because I remember you had a bar in that song where you said because your pops was away, you were searching for love in men.
Yeah.
So to hear you say that and then saying you're not submissive is kind of like I don't like. What do you mean you were searching for love?
Well, because that's not the same thing. Just because I was searching for love doesn't mean like I wanted like that father figure.
Okay.
But it's like that don't mean I was around here listening to niggas. Like I was searching for, because if my dad was around to teach me the right way, I wouldn't be trying to find love, like that missing piece in a man. But that doesn't mean I was around here being submissive to niggas like that. It has nothing to do. That there's no correlation with those two.
Do you still feel that way at this? I mean, I don't know. My pops wasn't there either. I've never met my dad. Actually, I think like a week ago, my mom actually. When I went back home to see my mom, she actually sat me down and she was like, "Yo, your dad reached out to me and said he wants to start a conversation." And I was like, "I'm good. I might regret it. I'm 24, so I might think about it in a couple of years and be like, no, but as for right now, I'm good." So to answer your question, I don't think I don't see it being a correlation, but I can see it because if your pops wasn't there, it's like you don't know what it's like to have that. I don't want to say manly love, but that kind of love.
But the thing is,
life.
I'm not just super dominant. Like I submit, and a lot of times I've noticed like I got into like relationships very young, so this is my first time actually being single for real. So it was a time where I had a man who was, oh, you can't have a Facebook, you can't have an Instagram, you can't hang out with your friends. Like me and my sisters used to have to call me and be like, let's have a sleepover. That was a code for party. Let's go to a party. I used to have to pack clothes like I'm sneaking out. My mama let me go, but my nigga didn't. Mind you, I'm only fucking 16 or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I think on top of what I've been through in my life, it's just so many factors that just made me into who I am, and I'm just not submissive to guys. Like, I don't know. I think a certain man can make you submissive, though.